The trial of a former TikTok star accused of murder.
The influencer, famous for his Scarface impressions, was found guilty of murdering his wife, Anna Abulabin, and her friend, Rayburn Barron, in a fit of jealousy. Prosecutors revealed chilling details of the crime, including how Abulabin used a secret listening device to spy on his wife before carrying out the fatal attack. Now, the once rising social media star faces life in prison with no chance of parole. How did a popular internet comedian turn into a convicted murderer? Stay tuned as we break down the full story. On TikTok, he was Jin Kid, an internet sensation, a comedian who could make millions laugh with just a few words. His Scarface impressions were legendary. His sketches went viral, and his following grew by the day. But in 2022, the laughter stopped. The headlines told a different story. TikTok star arrested for double homicide. Ali Abulabin found guilty in brutal murder of his wife and her friend. How did it come to this? How did a man who built his career on humor and charisma become the center of a horrifying crime? It all started with jealousy, obsession that turned into something far more dangerous. A secret recording device, a moment of rage, 2 lives stolen in an instant. Ali Abulabin was a rising social media star. Known online as Jin Kid, he gained a massive following for his comedic skits, gaming content, and voice impressions. His most famous act? Scarface. His ability to mimic Tony Montana's voice with precision made him an internet sensation. With over 1 million followers on TikTok, Jin Kid's videos regularly went viral, racking up millions of views. Fans loved his charisma, humor, and larger-than-life personality. From parodying video game characters to reenacting classic movie scenes, his content had something for everyone. He was the type of creator who could make people laugh effortlessly, and many believed he was on his way to even bigger opportunities. But beyond the jokes and viral success, his personal life told a different story. He was married to Anna Abulabin, the mother of his young daughter. At first glance, their life seemed perfect. They shared pictures of happy moments, took family outings, and presented the image of a loving household. But behind the social media posts, cracks were forming in their relationship, cracks that would soon turn into deep fractures. Ali's growing popularity came with increased pressure. He wanted more success, more recognition, and more control. Anna, on the other hand, was slowly pulling away. Reports later revealed that their marriage had been troubled for years. Friends and family said that Ali was possessive and that his jealousy often turned into anger. He accused Anna of cheating, monitored her actions, and became increasingly paranoid about her every move. The arguments between them escalated. There were fights, shouting matches, and allegations of abuse. Anna confided in those close to her that she was afraid. She wanted to leave, but she also feared what Ali might do if she did. Despite the tension at home, Ali continued posting content as if nothing was wrong. He smiled for the camera, recorded his comedy skits, and kept his followers entertained. But the person he presented to the world wasn't the same man Anna saw behind closed doors. As their marriage deteriorated, Anna made a decision. She wanted out. She began separating herself from Ali, spending less time at home and more time focusing on herself. This only made Ali more desperate. He couldn't accept that his wife was slipping away. He started stalking her, checking her phone, and following her without her knowledge. Things finally reached a breaking point in October 2021. Anna had enough. She kicked Ali out of their apartment in San Diego and filed for a restraining order. She was ready to move on, to start fresh, and create a life without him. But Ali wasn't ready to let go. Instead of moving on, he became obsessed. His jealousy and rage turned into something much darker. And soon, everything would spiral out of control in the most violent way possible. In October 2021, Anna Abulabin had reached her breaking point. She had endured years of turmoil, fear, and control. Finally, she made the decision to remove Ollie from her life. She kicked him out of their apartment in San Diego, California, and filed for a restraining order. She wanted a new beginning, one without the abuse, without the paranoia, and without the man who refused to let her go. But Ollie wasn't ready to let go. His obsession with Anna only grew stronger. He became desperate, unable to accept that she was moving on without him. In his mind, he still had control, and he would do whatever it took to prove it. Determined to keep watch over Anna, Ollie devised a sinister plan. He installed a listening device on his daughter's iPad and left it in the apartment. From a distance, he listened in, waiting for any sign that Anna was with someone else. Days passed, and then on October 21st, 2021, he heard something that pushed him over the edge, a man's voice. That was all it took. In a blind rage, Ollie grabbed his loaded handgun and sped toward the apartment. His emotions spiraled out of control. Jealousy, anger, and betrayal clouded his judgment. To him, this wasn't just about a failed marriage. It was about power. He had to show Anna that she could never truly escape him. Ollie burst into the apartment, his hands gripping the gun. Inside, he found Anna with her friend, Rayburn Barron. To Ollie, it didn't matter that Rayburn was just a friend. All he saw was a man in the place he once called home, with the woman he still claimed as his own. His fury exploded into violence. Without hesitation, Ollie opened fire. The sound of gunshots echoed through the apartment. Anna had no time to plead, no time to run. Rayburn, caught in the chaos, had no chance to defend himself. In mere seconds, both of them lay lifeless on the floor. The reality of what he'd done set in, but Ollie didn't stop to process it. He fled the scene, his mind racing. Instead of going into hiding or trying to cover his tracks, he did something even more chilling. He drove straight to his daughter's school. There, he picked up his little girl as if nothing had happened. But the weight of his actions pressed down on him. He needed to talk to someone. He needed to confess. Ollie called his mother. He told her everything. The anger in his voice was gone, replaced by something emptier, a realization, a finality. Then he picked up the phone and dialed the police himself. He told them what he had done. He didn't run. He didn't resist. Within hours, Ollie Abulban was in police custody. His once glamorous social media career shattered forever. The man who once made the world laugh had now committed an act so horrific that no one would ever see him the same way again. Ollie Abulban stood in the courtroom, no longer the confident social media star his followers once knew. The cameras that had once captured his comedy and charm now documented his downfall. His trial was one of the most highly publicized cases of the year, a tragic tale of obsession, jealousy, and murder. The prosecution wasted no time painting Ollie as a man consumed by control and rage. They laid out the evidence piece by piece, revealing the disturbing reality of his actions. Ollie hadn't simply snapped. He had planned this. He had stalked his wife, installed a listening device, and armed himself before driving to the apartment. The iPad recordings proved he had been spying. His confession showed no hesitation, no remorse. Every detail pointed to premeditated murder. Witnesses took the stand, recounting the troubled marriage, the years of emotional and physical abuse Anna endured. Friends and family testified that Anna had feared for her life. The restraining order she had filed was supposed to be her escape, but Ollie had made sure she never got the chance. The defense tried to argue that Ollie had acted in the heat of the moment, that his emotions had clouded his judgment. His lawyers claimed he was a man pushed to the edge, reacting in uncontrollable anger rather than executing a plan. But the prosecution shut that argument down quickly. Ollie's actions weren't impulsive. They were methodical. The security footage, the text, the planning, it was all too much to ignore. The jury deliberated. But the decision was inevitable. The weight of the evidence was undeniable. Ali Abdulbin was found guilty of double homicide. His crimes were too brutal, too deliberate for leniency. The judge handed down the final verdict: life in prison without the possibility of parole. The sentence was the only possible outcome. There would be no second chances, no appeals that could undo what had been done. The man who once thrived on attention and admiration would now live the rest of his life in a prison cell, forgotten by the world that once cheered for him. The case of Ali Abdulbin is more than just another crime story. It's a chilling reminder of how jealousy, obsession, and unchecked rage can destroy lives. What seemed like an internet celebrity's dream life was, in reality, a ticking time bomb. In the days following conviction, social media exploded with reactions. Fans who once adored Ali struggled to process the truth. How could someone who made them laugh, who seemed so full of life, be capable of such brutality? People scrolled through his old videos, searching for signs they might have missed. But the truth is, social media is a carefully controlled illusion. Influencers show their audience what they want them to see. The struggles, the rage, the darkness. It all stays hidden behind the screen. For Anna Abdulbin's family, justice had been served, but the pain of her loss would never fade. She had tried to escape, to reclaim her life, but in the end, she never got the chance. Her story, however, serves as a warning, a reminder of the dangers that lurk beneath the surface of toxic relationships. There were red flags from the beginning: Ali's controlling behavior, his obsessive jealousy, his need to monitor Anna's every move, his escalating rage. These are warning signs that too often go ignored. Many victims of domestic violence don't realize how much danger they're in until it's too late. Anna's story is a tragic one, but it's not unique. Every day, people find themselves trapped in abusive relationships, manipulated by partners who refuse to let them go. This case is a painful example of what can happen when those warning signs are ignored or dismissed. Ali Abdulbin was once a rising star, a TikTok comedian with a bright future. But his inability to control his jealousy and rage led to a crime so unforgivable that it erased everything he had built. Now, he will live out the rest of his days behind bars, remembered not for his comedy, but for the horrific acts that ended 2 lives. What do you think about this case? Did you ever watch Jin Kid's videos? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.